Welcome to Bloodbath and Beyond. Today we review Army of Frankensteins. Lincoln did not free the slaves alone.
Written and directed by Ryan Bellgardt, starring Christian Bellgardt, Jordan Farris, and Eric Gesecus, Army of Frankensteins is about a mad scientist who creates Frankenstein, and in doing so, opens up a portal back to the Civil War era, and they need to use an army of Frankensteins to fight their way back and save the future. Oh yeah, and for the purpose of this review, we're gonna continue calling them Frankensteins, even though, if you wanna be a dick about it, it's Frankenstein's monster. But we're calling them Frankensteins because that's what the movie intended. So what do we like?
I really enjoyed the gore. It was a lot of practical stuff, and there was a lot of CG in this movie, but not much of the gore was CG, which I really enjoyed. We got a lot of like faces getting ripped off, and even like heads getting stomped.
I agree. All of the gore was great, and all of the visual effects were great as well. So not only the practical, but the visual effects, everything digital, because at times we have 20 Frankensteins played by the same guy, Eric Gesecus, on screen at once, and everything's really well composited, it's well lit, it doesn't look fake. I'm very surprised because it looks like the director actually, this is his first time doing digital effects, which is mind-blowing. So Ryan, kudos to you.
We watched a lot of these movies that have these amazing titles, but then the storyline has nothing to do with it. I thought this movie stayed right on track with what its goal was. The story was amazing. They had a really high production value. All the actors, I thought, did a really good job. I was never once distracted by bad acting or bad ADR work or anything like that.
Yeah, the production value was definitely top notch. I was really shocked at like how well like the camera work was. There's no shaky cam in the whole movie. Everything is very, very quality. So you can watch it and just like enjoy it without trying to critique every little thing.
Yeah, we had a lot of like battle scenes where we got a lot of close-ups, then faraway shots. You got stuff going on in the background, and it all looked really well done. Holy crap.
So what didn't we like about this movie? I'd like to start off with the story. Well, it did stay true to the title. It was a little bit long-winded for me. I feel the running time could have been cut by about 20 minutes because we had a lot of unnecessary exposition and just, I don't know, spots of just like extended scenes that didn't really need to be extended. Like they kind of held your hand through a lot of it, and it was still confusing. So it seemed completely unnecessary to me.
I felt a lot of the extra stuff that was world building and kind of gave you more surrounding of what else was going on added a bit too much, and it just drew out the film, and it didn't need to be there. Because they were doing a really good job as it is. They didn't need to add these little extras. And
one of those extras was like a weird love triangle, love square with one of the nurses, a Frankenstein monster, our main guy played by Jordan Farris, and one of the like commanders for the North. It didn't really need to happen. Oh yeah, and Jordan also had Ashley back in real time, so he had a girlfriend that he was going to propose to. They were all trying to get the attention of this one nurse, and it didn't really make sense, and it didn't need to happen. Like, it just didn't.
Yeah, I felt they were trying to do like some of the Back to the Future stuff where it's like, oh my god, is the main character gonna disappear because they're not gonna get together like they should, and that's why he's born? But it kind of just, it got really confusing and was unnecessary.
Now let's move on to our final thoughts and ratings.
I was happily surprised by Army of Frankensteins. I really enjoyed this movie. It had plenty of comedy and that nice mix of horror that we all want. I thought that the gore was amazing, and the CG, I just thought it was really well done. So this movie was all around very well put together. So with all that said, I'm gonna have to give this movie 4 Mega Man blasters out of 5.
I agree with Colin. This was a pretty solid indie horror flick, and I like that it was more of an adventure than we're used to seeing. It stayed true to what it was aiming for by having an army of Frankensteins go to war. Everything was really well done from a production standpoint. I thought the visual effects and the practical effects were top notch, but I did feel that the story dragged and had its lulls. And if they would have shortened it a little bit, I think I would have given this a higher rating. But in any case, I'm gonna give this 3 boys sipping weird green goo for no reason out of 5. As always, thank you for watching. Like this video and comment below with your thoughts on the film if you've seen it. If you haven't, check it out, it's worth watching. And what is your favorite Frankenstein or Universal monster film? And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel to stay updated with our reactions, reviews, and games of What Would You Do?